All right, people, this is going to be a really good live stream. Why do people lose money in the market? Why do people fail to succeed? Why do you want to study and get into my group? What's different about me and why am I better than most out there? Well, a lot of those answers are going to be in this live stream, so make sure you pay attention. Lots of great information in this live stream. So I'm going to wait for some people to come in, and then I'm going to start talking, explaining. We need some people to come in, and then as the people come in, we will say hello, and then we will start the chat. Because I opened this up a bit early. A bit of delay, it looks like. Bit of a delay. All right, people, so I'm waiting for more people to come in. Now, I wonder why I don't see the messages. They always change things here. They always change things here. For some reason, people, I can't see the yeah, I can't see for some reason I can't see the chat. I don't know why that is. Let's see, or maybe I gotta open this up here. Participants. Okay, looks like I fixed it. Everybody hear me? Because this is weird. I don't know why they change this stuff all the time. Participants. So I see thing. So type a message, anyone that's in there. Because something has changed over here. I know that I am streaming. Participants. Why can't? Oh, here it is. Oh, I got it to go. Okay, perfect, perfect. Damn, no, I for some reason I couldn't see it. People, hard work. I see some people that are inside the group. DE hello. That's somebody new. I don't recognize that name. It's two people I don't recognize. Loud and clear. SET trader. So people, we got a really great live stream. Just gonna wait for more people to come in. Again, I'm going to repeat a few things. So, why do people lose money? What's the big difference between what I'm doing, okay, versus a lot of people out there? For example, I'm going to add, somebody asked me a question, why didn't I focus on Netflix, for example? And was a good question. And why I chose BA, for example. And I tell people I chose BA over a lot of stocks for a reason. I thought I said that this stock was a stock to pay attention to as a leader in January, and of course you could see the performance was was really great, right? Now I've also made, excuse me, I've also made the most winning plans in BA for the January month. Okay, this requires the most skill. Okay, this is why I tell you most people out there do not compare to what I'm doing. Okay, so you have a big edge when you have yours truly. And I'm going to explain, don't think that this came out of just thin air. A lot of work, a lot of work went into me being able to see things like this. Okay, and I know very few can do it like this. I already know this. Listen, when you've been at the market like me, I see it. I see people out there clueless what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing. But BA is the proof. Show me what trader out there that have winning trades documented from start to end on BA. Won't find it. They may caught one BA, one plan in BA, but not 100-point swing. You got that right, people. 100-point swing was caught with 4 of my plans. And for options, if you're catching a 10 or 20-point swing, that's why we make the big gains in the options. Yeah. Now, again, money flow, I'm going to talk about other stocks, but I want to explain why do people lose money. Okay, so let's talk about that. Good evening, David. So why do people lose money in the market? Okay. One of the reasons is they're chasing too many ideas. Another problem, people are not able to see a plan or adapt properly. In other words, my system is taking past information and then adapting to what's new coming in. And I'll give you an example. You know, take a stock that I had. I forgot the symbol, but let's say I had a price target of $40 for the stock, and it's a $20 stock. And the stock hits 40, but it hits 40 with a greater power than usual. I then need to make an adaptive measure to figure out where is it really going to go. And I've studied this fact, right? And so now you have, but then there are stocks that don't reach targets, and therefore you need to change your perspective on the stock. In other words, without taking any new information from the old information, right? That like for example, proven old information, the odds are against you, and so that's why a lot of traders look at a lot of services are doing a disservice to people because that's why they use what's called numbers game. So what does that mean by numbers game? Hello. By the way, Tejas over here, new member in Power Group Trades. Just a week, right? He did just a small trade, winning trade. Already sent me a gift. Was a big gift. Was a small gift, but a big gift considering the size of his account. And he made some great gains in his first trade. You know what I'm saying, people? I think Tejas was in one of the BA trades, and I know if you were, yeah, thank you. And I know you made some good dollar bills in the BA trade. You know what's new? You know what I'm saying, people? What is new? So look at BA here, for example, and I put this, and you know I want to tell you another thing. What I like here, my charts now we have 1,500 bars. Look at this. This is a daily chart of BA. Okay. Now again, I ask people, who's got the skill, the bears or the bull? You know, people, I keep telling the story when BA was over here. No, sorry, down actually over here. There were people out there who think they know what they're doing, saying how this stock was bearish and it was going to fall apart. To this day, they're so massively wrong. And I've made so many winning plans. Never mind just this month here, which we caught this move over here, okay? But I'm showing you, look at all this thing. Look, back in 2017, right? See, this is a new improvement to the charts that just happened. There's more data now. Now, whatever time frame I'm looking at, what is a monthly chart, a weekly chart. Now we got 1,500 bars and even hourly charts. So look at this, people. This is the more powerful analysis skills. So here's the hourly chart. Look at this. This is an hourly chart of BA, people. Okay, look at that. Hourly data till March. Hourly data can be visibly seen. These are hourly bars, people, from March of 2017 till now. Pretty cool, isn't that, people? That's pretty cool. More power, and that's the thing. As the information increases, the power of power trigger trade increases with the knowledge and skills and adaptive ability and forward thinking. Peace friendly, all right, people. More and more power. As technology improves, power trigger trade improves. Unbeatable stature. What I did with BA, unbeatable. Nobody. Nobody could have made 4 plans in BA, but there was a reason for it. It's the way I focus, and rules that have proven, my own rules prove themselves to me over and over and over and over again. So you can see why I am so full of joy. I'm so confident. I say and state that no one will be able to be as correct as me within the same amount of plans. So for example, if they post 5 plans, will there will they be able to narrow things down to lower amounts of plans? So smaller amounts, higher quality. Listen, if all we I want to prove a point to this. If all we traded was BA, if all we traded was BA, how much money would you make this month alone on one company? But we didn't just have BA. We had Apple, we had Ruco, we had Home Depot. But that's not very many picks, right? So look at it. We went in DE very little though, and that was small profits in that. So DE was what was profitable, but I got out of that one. BA, we had 4 winning plans in BA, a strong winning plan in Apple, a strong winning plan in Home Depot. Right, these were confirmed trades, right? We had a strong winning plan in Ruco. So we had no losers within a small selection. Imagine, I mean, I focused a lot on BA, people. That's why you see 4 plans. So same stock, 4 additional plans, one winner after another, after another, after another. You have to ask yourself, how is this possible? Well, study the videos. But it's focus, and that's another skill that I have. Let me just, that's another skill that I have, people. So why do people lose money in the markets? Well, like I said, okay, now Netflix. So let me give you an example. Now, someone asked me about Netflix. Now, I chose BA to focus on BA over Netflix. And what was the biggest mover that month? So we're gonna put up Netflix for you to see this. I want to educate something here. The difference. Okay. And you can see that Netflix did not perform as well as BA. There was a movement here, but then there's this huge drop, right? That most people, it was very difficult to make gains in this, okay? But BA, I'm gonna show you BA. No, see, we made a good move up, we consolidated, there was no massive dropping, and then they powered up more. Here was an earnings move, then we caught the residual earnings move, so we went long again, right? Because I knew this had one of the best alignments, and I knew this was a key stock to watch in January. In fact, you can see on my December, if we go to December, I want to show people something, I want to educate something. Everything I do has a purpose and a meaning. Oh, that's why people, I didn't post I didn't post the link, but you would think people would well, anyways, that's what happened. I did not post the link, but that's okay. I did now. So let me show you something here, people. I want to show you something here. So we're gonna scroll down my stream here, and we're gonna go to December, the first plan in BA here, right? So remember, BA, a lot of you see me talking about it in January the 10th, so on and so forth. A lot of focus on BA. Amazon, some winners in Amazon, some winners in Tesla as well. But not many picks, okay? Not many ideas, but they were winners. So here it is. December the 30th was the first plan. Now, during I posted this plan on December 30th, the market was very negative situation. We had gone through a very difficult time in December. So if I click this up, right, you can see that we were talking about BA right around the 316 area, right? And we had these targets, right? But there were several other movements in this, right? These were using January calls, right? So this was a great winning plan. So we were talking about BA since $316 a share. And I also, if anyone goes into my other live streams, you hear me talk about BA over and over and over again. See, if you're not paying attention to my live streams, if you're not listening to what I'm saying, you are asking to become a loser, right? Because if I tell you you should come to my live streams and listen to what I'm saying, and you don't want to do that, well then, don't cry that you're a loser. Don't cry that you can't make money. Don't cry when you don't put the effort to succeed. It's your fault, not mine, right? If you're a lazy bum in life, right, you got a champion here helping you, and you are too lazy to listen to advice from a champion who understands that this is a hard, listen, if the market was easy, everyone would make money in the market. It is not easy. It is one of the most toughest, highest level professions in the world. Everybody wants to make money in the markets, but everybody treats it like it's a casino. Anybody says it's a casino, because they have no idea what the market is. They have no skills, so they find ways. They use these option spreads and all this. They complicate things, right? And they make baby gains compared to what I do with skill. You understand, people? There's a big difference, right? People use iron condors and all these complicated option strategies because they don't know what to do. So they find boring ways to make money, difficult ways to make money, and you really make very small amounts of money because they don't know what to do. So they find they can't. They think they're going to play in the sandbox of BA. Those people with iron condors, writing, spreads. They're not going to play with BA. You're going to lose. We simply buy a call. We simply buy a put. Simple. Make money. But you got to know direction. You have to be able to identify potential. That's what I do, people. Over and over and over again. Very easy for me. But it may be easy for me. However, let me just get my screen back up here. I gotta get my screen back up here, people. Wait a sec here. I can't see anything. You understand what I'm saying, people? A lot of people, you guys coming into the live stream late because you just got to go to the YouTube channel. You don't need to wait for me to post on Twitter, but I happen to post it on Twitter, and then of course more people that come in. And you want to come in, you want to come at 9 p.m. people. Now, if you do miss it, by the way, you do miss stuff. Remember, we have the live stream recorded. You go to the bottom. But if you can't ask me a question. See, if there's somebody that complains that they can't make money in the market, or they're in my group and they're not making money in the market, I'm going to kick you out of my group. You know why? Because you're not studying what I say in the live streams. You don't take my advice. I'm going to know. Right? So, Power Group Trades, let me tell you what Power Group Trades is about. It's about you coming in my group, you studying, and you are going to be I'm going to help you make money in the markets. But if you don't listen to what I tell you to do, to study my videos, if I post a winning plan, you should be reviewing it. You should be seeing the potential. See, I understand what's going on, right? If you don't want to work, you don't want to put some time to study, you have no chance to make money. Even if someone's guiding you, don't understand how to make money. You don't understand about the good times and bad. Look, the market's not going to be giving great gains. And I'll tell you why people lose money. Because they trade the same way. They treat the market. Look, the market was very different in December and in January. If you are thinking like a December-minded person, you're afraid. You're playing like a chicken. See, I don't. I focus on, understand that if the plan doesn't work, we take a loss. But we must keep focusing on the next plan and catch that plan. Right? So, if I'm explaining something to you, or you need to ask a question, you take the time. I take in the time in the live streams for people to ask. So, when I do a live stream, you should be trying to get my attention with a question. And if you don't complain you're not making the dollar bills. Right? If I kick you out of the group, I say, you know what? You've been in the group for so long, but you don't make any money. Why is this? And again, you don't send any gifts, right? Why? Because you aren't serious about making money. So why be in the group, right? Why be in the group, right? But I give people the time and understand the thing. And I know what serious people are. Believe me, people. Yeah, thank you. I know you're a part of. You're someone in the group as well. You know, people. Hello, Mr. Blank. Yeah, people. They think that they don't know they're their own enemies to themselves, right? You have an expert Now, like, look at my YouTube channel, and I say, study my creative plays. I say that every I keep. Why do I say that? Because there's something very powerful in there. I'm showing. But if you're not smart enough to listen, really pay attention to my videos, I know you're a failure anyways in life. Listen, if you can't make it inside of Power Group Trades, you're a failure. Believe me. Listen to me carefully. I'm going to tell you in your face, you're going to fail with a capital F. You have no prayer to succeed. And out there, it's worse. There's so many garbage services out there. They will ruin you. You will just say, oh, the market, you make some excuses. And you know what? Remember what I tell you, PowerTarget Trade tells you. If you don't make it in my group, you are going to fail and you have no prayer to succeed. Very few people succeed in other people's groups. Very few. Very few. Because they're not giving the real advice. They're not showing the facts, right? They're not limiting the plans, right? You can go to services, if they give you 20, 30 ideas, what good is that? You still got to figure out which one to get into. Mine's very manageable. But even with people's small accounts, have a high chance to still win because my win rate is so correct, right? However, nothing's 100%, right? But you have to keep at it. Every day you must be paying attention to the market. Why? Well, if you didn't pay attention to the market today, you wouldn't be able to take your gains in BA, right? Today closed out 300% gains, and I show it step by step in a video. 300% gains. So what's that mean, 300% gains? Well, say you saw the options were $460, right? Well, look where they closed today. $1,600. With your eyes closed, they closed. There was opportunity to take at least 300% gains today. I got stopped out at $1,435 per option. Right? That's exactly 300% gains. That's exactly. It was higher than that. The options actually hit a high of $1,900 per option. So your $400 investment, if you just had one option, hit a high potential, not that you would get that, of $1,900. These are insane gains. You're never going to get gains like this. And we're talking about in what? In a week's time, in this case. In less than a week, because we were in the plan February the 1st. Was it? Right here. Yeah, February the 4th. February the 5th, we're laughing to the bank already. February the 6th, I'm taking a few days. 4 days, right? So, where do you make these kind of gains? But do you think this is by massive skill? In order to get this massive skill, I suffered. I studied like crazy over the years. I had lots of failures to succeed, lots of failures in the past. So I know what I'm talking about. I know how to get success. So I'm almost like a guy. Like if you listen to me and you're taking my advice, you can't fail. You can't fail because I already all my plans have so much years of experience backed right into them. You have it's almost like I'm printing money for anybody who follows along. You want money, boom, boom, but you still gotta manage things. You still gotta understand what's going on. You gotta pay attention. You gotta see that why you missed something. Ask me questions. You gotta put the effort in to succeed. You can't be like a stock clown guessing and assuming, right? There's a stock clown that I mentioned, right? These are the kind of people out there that are giving advice. They're clowns. They don't know anything. The stock clown said this was shorting this from 200 and 240 because they're guessing, because he thinks that all high flyers are going to come down eventually, right? No, no, no stock clown. That's why when it comes to real stocks, listen, most people play with stocks that nobody cares about, right? But BA is a huge money-making company. They have so many orders for their planes. It's not funny. That's why it's up to the moon. And I've been talking about BA being $400 a long time ago. Long time ago, I've been talking about BA. Where people were saying BA was too high at 200. Now who's the champion? Me. I'm telling you straight out. We're talking about people with good technical analysis skills. They're babies. They're pebbles. They can't see what I see. They're too. It's too old world thinking. That's another bridge. I'm the bridge between old world and new things. So why is that? Because I had to study from the old world I found how wrong that old world thinking was, and then merge it into the new world. And then when I got the tools, I had to make my own tools. Right? And no book can teach you what I know and see. You won't learn from them because it's all history. It doesn't apply. None of those guys who wrote books like Hit and Run, for example. What was his name? Jeff something. Hit and Run because he's running for his life. Hit and run means you're taking money, you're running. We don't hit and run here. We hit we can take money with our eyes closed. It's easy to get money when you're in my plans. I hit and smash. Never mind hit and run. I hit and smash. Smash this sucker many times, BA. This is a real company. You think that guy who wrote that book, what's his name, whatever, Hit and Run, could do this? In his dreams, and they would dream to do this. Dream to do this with options. And I'm actually helping people get into companies like this. Do you understand do you understand how much it costs to buy 100 shares of BA? Just 100 shares of BA. It costs a lot. And here I am helping people with multiple plans to make money, hand over fist. It's about, who cares how much money I make? What are you able to make? And my plans show everybody's individual. Somebody wants to go with 20 contracts, for example. I got guys who want to go with 20 contracts. But there's guys who can't afford to do 20 contracts or 50 contracts, right? Then there are people who want to get in, can only get in with 2 contracts. It doesn't matter. The guy who's getting in with 2 contracts is happy to make that 300% for their money that they put in. The guy who's in the 30 contracts has more to lose and gain, of course, right? But that's because they have the appropriate account size. You can't go too big anyways. You can only use so much in options, by the way. Then you want to also invest in stocks. But options give you a leverage to make a lot of quick money with skill, or what we do, right? Because eventually you just can't just put all your money with all option trades, right? But when you have a certain amount, you have to always allocate a certain amount for options and a certain amount for stocks. And then that's how you really grow your portfolio. But that's not what this is about. This is about, that's another management someone has to come to me for. But when I'm talking about helping people with options, it's still the same thing. You still got to manage that. Are you holding the trades properly? Are you getting out of plans? Which I'm going to be helping more in PowerTarget Trades. Hello, Sam. Hello, Brian. Sandra, can you walk us through the strike price selection when you're reviewing a stock you're reviewing? Well, the strike price, it depends on the setup, And remember, when I say adaptability, is that we have to always think of what the circumstances. So at the time when BA was over here, in the 386 area, 384, around right over here, this day here, around this area here, I chose 395 because my targets were 407 to 420. Well, you saw, look at this. High 413. So we're in the range. It still can keep going, but when you're up that much and you have that fluctuation, it's really hard to hold when you're up so much on your runners. At 300% gains is 300% gains, and it actually was higher than that. So, and sometimes, by the way, there's possible that the stock does run properly, and this could have taken off more. I was trying to get 500% gains really, and I told that to the group. But I was trying to get 22,000 per option, but I wasn't able to. It was hard to hold. I see the fluctuation here because the options were at 1,700, and then they went as low as I think 1,300, right? So I gave it as much. I gave it about over a 3-point swing in the option profits, of course. You can see the low was 405, right? So there was quite a swing today in this. Usually when we break out, they keep going. It's more smooth. But if they stall, they could temporarily. It doesn't mean it's the end, but it stalls in options. They start losing value. So I can always get in with some other plan if I want. But I think I was happy with my 300% gains, people. So the strike price is always determined on what is the best way to make sure that we can at least get out without, if things don't work out, with the least amount of, with some gains at least, or low or small losses, right? For example, DE, we happened to get out, and I happened to tell people why, because it wasn't moving enough. I happened to get out with small gains of DE. And I said I was going to focus on BA. Of course, what I said I was going to focus on, BA, Apple, they all took off the next day, right? So Apple win, Home Depot win, DE win, Tesla win, Amazon win, BA multiple wins. Small, that's not a lot of picks, right? But a lot of winners within that selection. But the best one, here's the take home people message. The best one was BA. And that is where I have an advantage over a lot of people, is able to pinpoint things so accurately. It's a system I created. It's not what you see over here. You cannot, these are regular charts. They do not show you what I see. What I see is just, it's amazing how I came up with it, and it was developed more and more and more over the years. And it's what I see. Like, a lot of people don't see the charts the way I see the charts. Right? And what I do is I always try to narrow things down to the highest probability. So some people say, even though Netflix was good or could be good or Nvidia could be good, my focus on was, okay, but if what's better? And I just prefer going to that. Now sometimes the ones I pick that are better don't work, but that's very rare. Majority of what I pick as what's in our favor perform the best in the market. They or perform amazing. I mean, you can't who can complain about the performance of BA this 100-point swing? I mean, what are you going to complain from the beginning of the year to now? 100-point swing, right? Because we practically had a 100-point swing. Hello, Eric. Okay, so what do I want to say here? So people, okay, we talked about BA. Yeah, so now adapting. So what do I mean by this? So people ask me about stops and stuff, and here's the problem with that. The market gives new information on a daily basis, so you may not even need a stop, or sometimes you need to expand on a stop due to the market conditions. And I had to do that sometimes. And why do people lose money? Well, it's for this one reason. They get scared. They get out of the market for the wrong reason and watch their stock take off. How many? Let me ask you some people. How many people can tell me that they got out of a stock and then watched it take off because they had fear or they didn't follow their plan? I know that happened to me many times. Yeah, you, right? See, exactly, Jimmy, me. So listen to me. So when I developed my system, it came from deep pain and suffering, crying, dying, you understand? But from that comes powerful success. Consistently working at it every year after year after year, you're just going through ups and downs and learning and asking the question, why? Until I created what I believe is the most powerful system there is. That just I just and as more information comes to me, we just get more powerful. But I keep proving to myself over and over again, quality is the most important thing. That's the problem. People don't understand. They think that more picks is going to help them. No, it's going to kill you mentally. And then day trading, I had people saying, now day trading, you can sometimes day trade, but even day trading will most likely burn up personnel. They get their lucky streak of a month, and then they're losing months after, and then they go crazy, and then they get more scared and more fearful. No, fear kills you. You cannot be fearful in the market. You need to be very confident. Okay, number one, confident. And you need to have solid plans. And this is why I demonstrate to my group over and over again. I mean, I tell people, if it doesn't confirm, forget about it. We don't understand what the market's saying. It's not in our favor. Okay, forget about that stock. Let's focus on what's in our favor. See? So Apple wasn't really in my favor for a while. You didn't hear me talk about Apple. And all of a sudden, when Apple was in our favor again, I made a plan. And guess what happened when we made that plan? And it confirmed. We made 100% gains. But nothing compared to BA. BA was my main focus in January. And what I'm trying to demonstrate is just that, let's say you only traded BA. There's people that are trading so many different stocks. They win on some and they're losing so much. They end up making very little money and they're all stressed out. You understand, people? That's why I'm very different. And again, a lot of services out there, they're just pumping out trades. They're going for the number game. So maybe some of their members catch a game and some they don't. daily, whatever. So I decided to do something different, people. I decided to do what's called I decided I thought about the gifts I received from a lot of members when they were money. They were sending me gifts, $600, $200, all these different numbers, right, from different size accounts. I said to myself, what if I did this? I help people more with suggestions of just more help mentally, how I'm thinking, what I'm doing, so that they can have more confidence, because they could be still missing things because they don't manage it, because it's a managing thing. It's a mental thing here. You see here, your mind, how you really process things. This right over here, guys, psychologically. So what I can tell you is this: if you are getting into all my plans, you have to manage it. You're able to get in it. Now, when you're making 100% gains, you should be taking profits. And why do you do that? Then you open up cash in your account, so you're able to take a new plan. See, that could confirm. You don't want to. A lot of people, what they do, another mistake people do is they get into a stock, they start doubling down as it goes lower. No, no. I rarely do that. By dip. It's always buying the power, taking the profits, and getting out. Going to the next one, right? When a stock sucks, the performance. Look at DE. Okay, let me put. This is a very good example here. DE. Let's take a look at DE, right? So I decide. You see, DE started to go nowhere, flat, right? Didn't go up or down, just chop, right? So I said from this day here, I said. Even from this day here, I said, you know what, I'm going to take, it was this day here exactly. Listen, see this day here, that's February the 4th. I decided to say, I'm going to take my profits. I'm getting out of DE. And I'm going to focus my energy on BA. Now, why is that? Because performance-wise, this wasn't, I had to make an adaptive thinking. I did like BA at the time, DE at the time, but I had to say, you know what? This thing, I see there's something wrong. You know, they might just chop it. When all we'll do is lose money in the options. I better take my profits while I'm making all these gains in BA and focus more on my runners on BA. Now, let's take BA. So look at, this is the fourth, people, right? Right over here, right? This is exactly what happened. I posted in PowerTarget Trades. I put BA here. Look at the div. Why? Why is that? Because I've experienced what I see. That's why. Now, look at that judgment call. BA, D8, flat. BA, boom. Look, here's the fourth. What does BA do? Boom. Do you understand, people? Because I knew BA was the money spot, the money honey spot. People like to comment, it's too high. It's too high. You don't have skill, clown. Stock clown. It's too high for you. See, the skill is the bull. See, guys, the bull. See this emblem here I created? This idea came from a member of mine. I just enhanced the graphics, but a member of mine came up with the idea to, you know, because I had some terrible emblems back in the day. But this was inspired by a member who actually made some intro videos for me, but then I got them enhanced and all that stuff. But regardless, people, you know, the bulls are the people with the skills, not the bears. They have baby skills. They're pebble trader, like scalper, like the stock bookie clown. You know what I'm saying, people? I mean, look at BA. Like, let's take a look here, people. I want you to see for yourself. Ask yourself, who's the winner? The bull or the bear? Why can even bears even make money? Thank the bulls for that. Think about what I'm saying, people. Now, this is why I focus on the most important. Even the world record holder really focuses more on going long. Although he does not help people at all and does not follow his own advice and has horrible advice. He's just I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but you can count on it. It doesn't compare in what I'm doing to help people. A lot of phony balonies out there. So anyways, people, and that's why I wanted to make the group free. But I also tell people, you've got to understand what I'm about. You got to do some studying. You got to understand about options. If you don't even understand what a call option is, and I'm going to be making a video, an intro video. I'm going to be making a new video, going to explain things for people. But I keep telling people, you got to study my creative playlist. You want to follow me on Twitter. You want to get in PowerTarget Trades. And if you listen to what I'm telling you, you're going to get so much confidence to make money in the market with with a big picture leader. Yours truly, PowerTarget Trade, the big picture leader. Listen, health and wealth people. I mean, you never see a metric like that ever before. You know, you got these guys who are successful in one metric, but they suck in their other metric. PowerTarget Trade, I'm mastering both metrics. I'm going to be talking more about it. I just don't have the time, you know. It's so much energy it takes to do certain things. So I had to take a back step to it. But the videos, if people wanted the help, it just, you know, it's not like someone can't reach out to me, right? And say, you know what, well, you know, can you help me out, you know? Of course, they have to invest in themselves, right? See, if you don't want to invest in your health to learn about how you have true health, well, or be coached, well, then don't complain when your health goes down the toilet, right? Because a lot of people's health is down the toilet. They're making the dollar bills, but their health is down the toilet. Well, whippy-doo. You can't enjoy your money. Listen, you know, you have people who are suicidal, you know. There was a guy, whatever, I think it was on a TV show. So he has money, but he wasn't happy with his life, right? So you tell me, right? It's so sad that people take their health for granted. It's they'll work themselves to the bone for the dollar bill and at the expense of their health. Well, you can't, if you don't have your health, you can't even enjoy your wealth. You can't even enjoy your money. You don't even know how to enjoy your money, right? Poor guys lots of poor people. They're rich, have a lot of money, very poor in spirit, poor in health. They can have it. It doesn't do you, you know, it doesn't do you any good if you don't have your health. Remember that, people. And only the PowerTarget Trade leader, I tell you the facts straight out. I tell you, you know. You don't have your health, you have nothing. All right, let's see if there's any questions. I think I said some good stuff in this, but what time is it? I got something to go on. Amen to that. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah. Can you review where you see the SPY going? Yeah. So, you know, right now, let's take a look at the SPY quickly. You know, the SPY has reached a point where they're going to consolidate it, or they can try to pull it back, right? I'm not really. The SPY's had a good move. You see, look at this from the fear. You see, the stock clown, he's like baffled by this, right? I've told people when the market was going down that this move here was baloney. Do you know why this? This is a good question I have. Do you want to know why we had this powerful day? I'll tell you why. Because companies were doing really well. They were high. We had a good employment rate in the U.S. So the market, look at that. It almost took out 2 days. So much power. You have to realize the SPY was there. PowerTarget Trade was telling people what I was seeing in the thing. They go, listen, people, this market's going to go up. And BA is a key stock to pay attention to. Lo and behold, everything that I said came true. You have no idea the satisfaction I have. You know, the leadership skills that I have, what I say. I haven't seen anybody. They can't do what I'm doing. They can't. Because they didn't have the hunger like I did. I had the hunger to learn and understand. I sweated it out. Nothing's for nothing in this world. You gotta work for it. And you gotta want it in your heart. You gotta really want it. I wanted it. There wasn't a day when I didn't come back from work when I was working at the time, you know. I didn't spend time looking at the charts. I would spend hours thinking. When I thought I had a great idea, I would then try to make money on an idea. Then it wouldn't work. Whatever. Lots of trial and error over the years. Oh, year after year after year after year. If you understand, you know, when I started this, when I started doing the market, I was updating charts by hand. By hand. Never mind, like, this is beautiful. People are so lazy. Imagine, because I was doing commodities. I tell the story. It was commodities, right? By hand. I call the phone. I call the broker over there. Then they tell you what the price. The open is this for cotton. The close is this price, and then I would write those numbers, and I would then draw the candle and build up my thing, and then make trades off of British pound. I didn't really like the commodities market, but I gave that one a try anyways. I was where I liked the most. I always gravitated. I tried other metrics, right? I always gravitated back to the market. This is where I found the most success. even from the fairly successful, but the most successful. I always gravitated to the market. But I'm saying the amount of effort I put in, like I don't think anybody's done what I've done. Like, and consistently, year after year after year. Just like when working out and stuff like that. It's like there are people who drop off, then they drop off. No, every year I've been interested in health, working out. So these two metrics, health, you competing against someone like that has these two metrics. You don't have a prayer. Like other people, you don't have a prayer. Because you don't have that same hunger and care. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, every plan I make, I want to make the money to put in my dollar in my pocket, just like my group. Those people, they don't. They don't even go into their plans. They don't go. They don't go into half of them. They may go into some of them, they go into, the odd time if I'm in too many, I may miss one, but it's practically every single plan. PowerTarget Trade goes in. I was in the DE plan. I was in the Amazon plans, whether good or bad, right? I know, but I also know my win rate. I know because I know, but I know that we always win the big picture. We always make comebacks if there was some setbacks. So December was a bit of a setback month. However, it was a blown out of proportion month, and you can see that is true by the comeback of the market. It fully retraced what it dropped. This was the real trouble area here. We're above that. You see, people. Not if it happens to be, it's really what the charts are telling me, the price action and how I look at to my scan. So there's a big process, the scans. But you see, that's something I've been always doing. I scan, 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 and then identify. See, and when you do that for year after year after year after year after, you get very good. Like I'm like a computer when I look at stuff. I can go through things fast, but then I narrow it down. Like it's such a powerful process. So it's computations, fast. When I go through my scan, and my scans are specially developed to narrow down to the highest probability, and then narrow that down, then make a plan. Lots go into it, and it's from years and years and years and years and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of study. So when I ask people to do the little things that I ask them to do and they can't do it, I say to those people, don't don't think you're going to make money in the market. Don't chance. I guarantee you, I'm telling you for your own good. Just give up. Put your money in the bank account. Make nothing, whatever. Lose money in the bank, because you'll lose money if you leave money in your bank, right? If you don't take educated risks in life, you don't get more dollar bills. Right? You're never going to make the money like I made in BA. You won't have a chance of prayer. You do with me. But if you don't follow my advice, you don't understand, you don't ask the questions, you don't come to the live streams, you don't watch the videos, I provide all the support. Nobody's doing it like this. Nobody. No, that's good, because that's just who I am. I keep getting these ideas, and I say, why don't I do it this way, right? And again, the group it's important that the group makes success, right? That you want to make success, and then you want to help the group members by how do you do it? How do you help other people? You send me gift of the gains. So you make some gains. You always try to send me gifts, right? Some people could wait at the end of the month, send a gift. That's what I'm expecting, that the group's going to understand that they're here to make money in my group. It's free so the people who come in who don't have the accounts. Look, I had a new member who already understood. Sent me $50. News. I remember I just signed the guy in. I got him in. I didn't know that person. The person must have listened to my videos, made money, and sent me money. That's the proof right there. Like, people don't get it. Why did he send me $50? He didn't send me $50 because he sent me $50 because he listened to what I said. He realized I know what I'm talking about. He made money. He felt good about it and says, I want to give this guy something. That's right, Edwin. Super winning plans. What do you think of GS stock? Well, I don't really like the banks right now, so I don't focus on it. Hamid, I won't talk about stocks I don't like, that are not in favor. It's like, it might do something, but when the odds aren't stacked in your favor, I don't care. I only want to put us in things that are in our favor. And if they're not in our favor, people, if there's nothing good, listen to me. I'll tell you one thing. If there's nothing good, PowerTarget Trade, I'm not going to recommend anything. And there's no point. You're going to get chopped up and lose money for no reason. And then when the winning trades are coming up, you don't have money to get into them. So I'm trying to protect people. I'm trying to protect them. Let's stick to what's in our favor. I know what's in our favor, what I can see. You have to have trust in me. That's why you have to look at my videos, people. I keep telling people, if you don't study my videos, how will you gain trust? The videos, they teach you something. They show you the thought process, the care. Nobody's doing it like this. They don't care out there, people. I'm telling you, they don't care. I know they don't care. All they care about is getting money from people. I think that if you help people, the money will come naturally. It did come naturally. But I started thinking about, why do I want to do a service for? My service would have to cost too much, and then I would have to limit it. Let the people give me the money. And especially the ones with the bigger accounts, and they show example by sending $600,000 gifts. Only because they can. No one can send money without reason, right? I had a member, and well, I'll give an example. Dinesh is a great example because I posted a video, and it was the way he did it, and it was like we had Google Plan. He made good money in it. Google Plan. I think he made a $10,000 profit, from what I understand. $10,000 profit. He sent me $1,000. He actually, how do I send you money? See, and I started thinking about that. I want that. I want people who just want to say, here, Sandro, here's some money. And I told Dinesh, I said, you know what? You're helping other people, because this motivates me to want to help people in a different light. Now, he was able to send me $1,000 by what he has. He's able to do that, right? When he makes the gains, when he can, right? Other people can. That's okay, but it's what you can. And what if that same person who's I've had a guy. Listen, people, I tell you a story. I had a guy who had only three, and he's still in your Selenia, $3,000 account. Send me $600 in total in gifts. So he sent me three $200 gifts. When I asked him the size of account, I was blown away. You send me $600 gift? And his account was much smaller than that, but it got built up by and I wasn't even supporting the way I'm supporting the group now. That blew my mind. I said, you know what, I'm doing something here that's unique. But how can I help more people? Well, what about the gift strategy? The gift, let the people send money, because why charge anybody anything? But you gotta be a little bit responsible with it. And you know what? If you follow my advice and you follow my plans and you have belief in what I do, you make dollar bills. That's why people send me the gifts. They're not sending me the gifts. They send the gifts out of free will. They send the gifts out of belief. They're the ones who study. And a lot of people are lazy. Like I tell you, I've kicked so many people out of power group trades. Oh man, the story, it never ends. Great winning plans. I almost paused trading for a while. Thanks to those great plans, I'm still in the game. Thanks for what you do, Sandra. Yeah, I remember Mohammed. Another gift, very good, Mohammed. You know, Mohammed, I'm glad you really like what I'm doing, Mohan. Mohan. Sorry, it's Mohan. Mohan here. Yeah, I remember talking with Mohan, and he's a serious guy. You know why? Because I told him, you got to keep at this. I told him, and lo and behold, he understood. He even sent me a gift. It wasn't because he made money, but it was because of what I said to him, the advice, and to show that he was serious. And he sent me, and now as you can see, he even wants to send me more money. You see, money will come to you because you're doing the right things. I don't have to charge people and force them to pay me something. I don't, right? It comes to you. When you do good, that's what I know. If you do good, I always say, when you do good, good comes to you. And so many people do wrong out there. Like the stock clown. Oh, horrible person. Horrible person. Does a lot of wrong. To try to prove him, I did prove him wrong, but it costed me too much wasted of time. And I decimated the guy. That guy should be paying me millions of dollars of how wrong he is compared to me. Millions he owes me. Millions. I'm not kidding me. If someone was to look over everything that was said, transpired, they'd say, hand that guy over millions of dollars. You bum, they would tell him. Thanks, Dennis. You're in a good place here. Hard work. I've been following traders for years, and Sandro is the only one I found because of this is what I'm talking about, people. This what you're seeing here. See, but do they, Dennis? Did any of those successful trade, any even those ones that are not successful? Did they do live streams like yours truly, PowerTarget Trades, Sandro? You know, I tell people, it's like, yeah, of course, Jason. Oh, Jason, yeah, but this, yeah, nope, and they charge monthly fees. Yeah, no, see, yeah, nope, and they charge monthly fees. That's right. That's why I decided not to do. I was holding back because I was looking to build a service, and I said, but why do I need to do that for? When I was getting gifts from people, I all started with um, I'm going mentally blank here right now. Uh, Give me a second here, people. Give me a second here. Give me a second, people. How can I not think today of the name? Oh, by the way, Bruce, thanks to Bruce Rollins who sent me a gift today. And now Bruce Rollins is very active. But like I said to Bruce, that's the key here is that you really should be able to start making some good dollar bills, um, so that you're able to send. Yeah, so it all started with Dexter. He had sent me a $600 gift. Um, and again, I didn't even give the support that I'm doing now in the group. But he did that based on the faith of what he heard me say in a lot of my plans, especially the FedEx plan. He saw the outcome in the FedEx plan, and how I defended it, and then where it went, and that gave him a lot of confidence to do something with an Apple. Because back in February, I'm going to put Apple. I'm going to tell you the story here, people. This is how it all started. APL. Um, so back in yeah, it's right here. That's right. So back in this January 2018, Apple was coming back and down, and I talked about a reversal. We had gotten to a plan that was going against us. What happened was he actually went in more as I was talking about the reversal levels, and of course, Apple reversed hard, and people saw the power of my analysis skills. I actually was doing something. I was doing some sort of coaching. I was telling people if it does. And what Dexter did was, and he took he bought more. He had, I think he went in like the key was he was down. He was down like 20K on something, but went in 20K more. Now this is something you should never do. But however, in this case, he did that on the faith, and this thing went like this. So he made like a lot of money back quickly. So his account fluctuated massively on that rise. Okay, and that was on the faith of what I just said, like on word for word what I said. So he took action. Now that's something not to do. He did that for it worked. I never tell people to go in too big on things, to revenge trade or get upset, whatever. But it worked nonetheless. A lot of people who do that, they still kill it with my plans because my plans are so good that I have people who went too big in something, but it worked out for them. They made a big comeback. Like I said, when I met Shia, Shia told me, what, and I wasn't even doing any of this stuff. Basically, he goes, I just made 30K in Apple, and this is a while ago, and we're talking about back in, I think it was it was back in 2016 or 2017 with Shia. We were talking about Apple, and I see these apples, and so he went into an option plan and made 30K. He told me, and I go 30K. I think it's quite a bit. You must have went quite went quite large in that. Yeah, your word's like gold. Word, honest to God, word. He had that much trust, so he put that money down. And this is back in 2017 or 2016, if I recall. Because I've been making so many Apple plans, it's not funny through the years. And of course, the big picture expert was correct where Apple was going. Not Carl Icahn, PowerTarget Trade. And it exceeded 200. We had to make an adjustments. So lo and behold, look where we reached, right? Where the so-called billionaire has no skill. No skill. Believe me. They don't have skill. They have money, but they don't have skill. Skill and money are two different things, people. If he had skill, he would have made money in Apple. He would have stuck to his things. He was always saying he's so smart that Apple's a no-brainer. Then it's a no-brainer. How come you didn't catch it? Ha ha! Carl Icahn. I have to laugh, people. Too many clowns out there. Stock clown bookie. Oh, what a clown that guy is. Anyways, people. Oh, another guy, Ram. I've been following you on Twitter and seen most of your brilliant plans. I will join your group as soon as I get enough money in my account to start trading again by next month. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, but you know what? You don't even have to trade, Ram. What you want to do is still follow everything. Listen carefully. You don't have to trade. You should get into the group. You do the, you follow, find, you do the retweets and likes. You see the videos. You send me a message. It kind of tells you, explains, right? But I'm giving you this quick thing, The pin tweet video on Power Trigger Trade. Get yourself in. So when your money is ready, you're ready to take action because you're mentally ready. Don't wait to have money in your account to be active. Get in the group. Even if you don't have money, doesn't matter. You study. You study. You follow along. You get disciplined. Every day you should be spending at least half an hour with the market. Half an hour. No big deal. Half an hour looking over what I've said and done. Looking at on the weekend, spending time looking at a lot of the winning videos. Spend the time, people. I keep telling people, it's there for you. Why do you take advantage? I put a lot of work in this. You know how much work it takes to make these videos, upload the videos? And people think that this video is all, you can video editing, I had to make a thumbnail. I do it very quickly, but it's a process, right? It's work. And then I take the time to do that. And if you don't take the time to watch them, well, don't say to yourself, oh, I can't make money in the market. No, it's not possible. Sure, it's not, because you don't put any effort, right? But if you listen to my advice, you're going to make the money. So, Ram, I give some people some good advice. Look at it. I keep 10 o'clock. I think this is a very good live stream, But like I say, people lose money because they're following the advice of a lot of bad people out there. Lots of bad advice out there. Oh, it's full of bad advice. And you want to keep it small. Quality over quantity. Believe me, you have a huge advantage when you don't... Listen, if all you traded was BA, you'd be happy with a big smile and not stressed out. But it's not every day it's beautiful green days. You got to learn how to take the bad with the good. Listen to me. I'm going to be real with you. It's not always, yay! No. You got to know how to coast through the difficult time, make the right decisions, even though you're not making money, to catch the big gains. It's the market is in being ready to catch. Look, I'll give you an example. Right? This is a good example. Let's talk about BA, for example. So here we're making money. These are 3 days, right? Yay! And then this was chopped. You're not making money. And I was in this, holding support, and then boom, the payday. You understand what I just said here? So we're suffering for a few days, right? It's not fun. There's no money being made here. The money was made here. You had to wait a few days, right? Same thing here. Choppy. Now we were out of this here. I made about 100% gains on this move. Then we happened to be out because of earnings. And if we held the earning plan, I put the earning plan. The options we had, they went from 700. They had a high of 3K plus each. But regardless, I then made another plan. We had to wait, and boom. It just was smooth. 3 days, that's it. The other plan, it took 3 days to make the dollar bills. 3 days to make 300%. But it's not always fun and games. There's times where we're holding stuff, like Home Depot. There's sometimes we're holding stuff, and I have to make adjustments, and we have to work, think a little bit. Which I love just making the fact, but the market's never like it's. Always, it goes through very good spurts, then it's difficult, and then. But if you're not ready, listen carefully, people. If you're not ready, if you're not paying attention, if you're not putting your stops in place, you're not ready to catch it, you're gonna miss the gains. And then you cry, "Why? I just missed. I could have made all that money." I was that person, people. That's why I'm telling you. I know. Listen, anything I tell you, I already know you're gonna. You know why I know you're gonna fail? Because I know what it took to succeed, and I know most people don't have a prayer. Nobody put as much work as I did in this. How are you gonna have a prayer to make money in the market when I've been at this year after year after year after year after year after year, study, read, hours after hours, hundreds of hours over those years of studying and revising and this and that. Oh, that's why I know people think they don't have a prayer, but with me, it's like you can ride yourself to wealth and health if you so choose. So it's up to the individual what they really want. I wanted it. For health, I put the time and effort. I work at it. I care. I think. I study. I do. Think, study, do. Think, study, do. Study, do. If you're not doing, you're not going anywhere. If you're debating, should I do this? Maybe I shouldn't do that. You go listen to someone else who tells you, no, don't do that. Do this instead. No, they don't even know what to do. You don't go anywhere. It's the doers who get things done. And you got to learn to fail to succeed. Failure is set you up for succeed, but you have to keep at it. Keep at it. Bad. This guy here at TJ's win. Sandro, can you please share on how do you make adjustments on stops? Again, the way I do that is an adaptive measure. In other words, every day I have to see what's going on with the market, right? So you can't think statically. So it varies. And there's where I have to make an adaptive thinking. Sometimes things are just, we keep that. We're going to get out. It's just that's it. Things are not looking good. Or we need to give it more room because of situation. And without the market trading, listen, let's be honest with people. I want to be honest with you people. Do you think, listen carefully people, when BA made this move here, did you think I knew it was going to move that much the next day? Exactly that much? No. But as it moved, I had to make an adaptive measurement. Take profits, greater than 100% gains. Where do I put my stops to try to get more gains? I had to adapt. I had to change my stop process because the stock moved a lot more. We opened up $4 or $5 plus. The stock clown thinks it's going to go down too high. BA is probably going to be going eventually 440. It's going to go higher, right? Even higher. Stockclown never thought this would happen. But Stockclown has no skill. Like I told you, they're clowns out there. They have no skill. They talk with them. They're old world thinkers. They're all bold. They can't do plans. They can't do it. They won't. Tell them to make videos like me. They can't. They'll be petrified to do it. And show the step-by-step method and the stock, everything. They can't do it. Okay, he asked me what's percent. Okay, the percentage you put in it depends on your account, right? So for example, if you have a 5K account, right? You can't go too big, You can only get maybe 1 to 2 options depending on the price. So if the options are $200 a piece, maybe you buy 2 of them for that one plan. And that allows you to get into multiple plans with a 5K account, and you can also be able to handle a little bit of loss and still catch gains. Because nothing's going to be 100%, right? But the winners, like if you catch a couple of winners, like a huge BA plan, well, that helps you tremendously, right? I know this because I had a member that he went a little bit too big, but it boosted his account, right? And I told him, you know what, you just want to still go in a certain amount and be consistent and spread your within a few plans. Don't put it on one. For example, if we put all our money in DE and we didn't have it in BA, well, we would have missed the gains in BA because we had all our money in DE, right? DE didn't do anything. So you can't rely on one plan. You need a few plans at least. So it's quality, but you need a few plans in case some things don't work out. And of course, BA was the strongest focus. I made more and more plans. You know why? Because it kept paying us. I kept following my rules. DA stopped following the rules, and its performance allowed me. I had to make an adjustment. You see, just like I said, BAD would do. I had to make an adjustment. I said, you know what? I don't care. Let's bail DE, and let's focus on BA. And as you can see, what happened was the outcome. And most 9 out of 10 times, I'm right on making these adjustments. I have that ability to make this adjustment. But it was based on market conditions. It's not a static thing. You understand? You have to think about things. It's what's going on in the market. What's the reason? And there's a lot going on. That's the honest truth here. It's an adaptive. I talk about adaptive thinking. Yeah, I like Home Depot still. I think it needs a little bit of time. Good question from Hard Work. See, it's these good questions that, well, Dexter is not in the group. Dexter is a member inside of Power Group Trades. If you're asking, services are a rare success. That's right, Mohan. And I look forward to you sending a gift, and that'll be a good story. I want you to write a message, so people see. All right, people. This was a good live stream. I suggest you listen to this whole live stream. It's going to be very helpful in your success. Okay, because nobody cares for your success like yours truly. I honestly, if my group does well, look at the way I'm thinking here. The better my group does, the more gifts they can send me. If my group isn't making money, they can't send me gifts. Right? What's the point of me doing this? You know what I mean? What's the point? But people are making me. You know why I keep going? Because the right people keep coming to me. They keep sending me something. They want to work with me, whatever it is, and this keeps going. So I keep doing it. I keep doing this, but there has to be a reason. And again, I tell the people who do contribute that they're helping a lot of other people. Because if they didn't, why would I bother doing it? I might as well do this privately or something. And just do something, forget it. You know what I mean? There's no point. But if I'm helping people and they're happy, I get something out of it. There's a different, I don't know, there's a different feeling. Like holding all this to myself, making money for myself, it's not as rewarding as other people making money with me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if the people are too lazy or they don't, put into work or don't never learn anything or never, but thank God that's not the case. I'm just saying, well, what's the point in doing this? You understand what I'm saying, people? So success, when people succeed and send me, I feel really good. It feels so good when someone sends me a gift and they got success from the plan. I feel good about it. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling, and I know I can do this over and over and over and over and over again. That's repeatability. Remember, I said a skill never runs out, but luck does. And a lot of people, they're playing with luck. Believe me when I tell you, and luck runs out. But skill does not. All right, people. Like the gift concept, Amazon gift card. Yeah, I mean, Amazon gift card is fine as well. That's people started giving me that too. Some people, that's what I've had people give me, gift cards if they wanted to. Yeah. So a gift card, like again, somebody with a small. I've had people with small accounts send me gift cards, Amazon gift cards. Listen, it's all good, to be honest with you. But I mean, the key is for you success. That's the real key. And you wanting to give me the gift, it means a lot. You know what I mean? And it's different than I saying I'm charging a fee and you're paying that fee. And that makes me feel that just makes me, that's a cheap down feeling. I'd rather do it this way. I'd rather get paid because of success brought to the person from my advice and my help. And that's different than other people. They don't care. They post 100 million things. Like the stock clown. The stock clown charges $30 because he's not even worth $30 for his services. If you want to learn how to make no money and you want to lose money or be stuck in trades, then you go to him and pay him $30. I wouldn't do so. That's such a low level service. They don't do live streams like me and try to talk to people and tell them the heart and how, feeling, real truth, They don't do that. They don't care. Power Trigger Trade I do, and you know what? It's the people who do care that show appreciation. It's you guys that keep this going. So keep it up because you're helping a real movement. We want to grow. We want to grow with a lot of like smart people. It's going to be slow because there's not a lot of smart people out there. But it's the slow. Every smart person that comes in that contributes to the gift. We reach out to the other smart people because a lot of people. There's hundreds of people that would love to be in this group if they know about me. That's why we do the retweets and the likes, people. We're trying to help people see what we're about because they're clueless. A lot of people are too. And I do the live streams to help motivate people to put the efforts to study my videos, to come to the live streams, to ask me questions. And then even if it's answered over and over again, it gets cemented in their head. I have a lot of people that said to me, you know what, Sandro, I lost so much money day trading. I want to, because I'm more of it's more swing. Yeah, it's more swing. I want to come back to what you're doing. And the guy came, sent me a gift and came back into the group. There's so many stories. There's people who leave. They find out, you know what, it's very hard out there. They remember how good I am, come back. After I kick them out, though. I kick them out. The smart people always listen to me, people. The smart people come back. The smart people never give me lip. They ask me, why do you kick me out? I'm sorry. They apologize. They ask to come back in. They prove themselves to me. I know what serious people are like. I've dealt with hundreds and hundreds of people. And if I tell you, you loser, and I kick you out, and I give you flack, and I give you, whatever, then you got to look into yourself and say, you know what? If this guy's telling me something, I better wise up, apologize, and get myself back in PowerTarget Trades. Because I'm always right in this case. I've been through the hard work. I've done all the hard work. I'm saying, people, I sweated, bled, died, but I kept at it to become like this. It didn't come from nothing. And that's what you're getting. You're getting a guy who understands, who's hungry for success, for people to succeed. And when you have that behind you, you have power. You have the power. The name Power Trigger Trade came up. I thought about everything. The name. Everything has a meaning. Look at this. There's a lot of work that went into this. I tested different logos, and everybody liked this one. That was from a member in my group. Came up with this logo idea, and then I just enhanced it, And then I put this on my background, in my video, and then I decided to do Power Trigger Trade, people. You gotta have pride. You know what I'm saying, people? All right, people. Let's see how it looks over here. A bit of a delay here. All right. Good night, people. Study, study, study. Speaking of Amazon, what are your thoughts? Yeah. Amazon probably needs some time. I'll quickly explain you what they did with Amazon. Amazon had great earnings, okay, but they guided lower, and I believe they did that on purpose for higher prices. But right now, Amazon is, if you ask me, setting up. They're just killing the option players. Basically, that's what they did. I mean, I lost money in my last Amazon plan, but with my great winners in BA and Ruko and all, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I already knew when I took that risk, but it was both BS. They did this to kill the option players, both up and down. No one made money in options in Amazon, not to the short side or the long side. Yeah, because Amazon to go $70 down is nothing for Amazon. Amazon is neither going to move when Amazon moves. It makes 300 point swings one way or the other fast when it's really moving. Remember that. It moves hundreds of points, not 70 points. Stock clown doesn't understand nothing, right? That's why he can't make any dollar bills, because he doesn't know what real movement is. See, if you can't catch BA, anybody, whoever can catch BA, or very few catches many, who understand how to make money in BA, that's people with skill. But very few have done this many winning. And again, you can see them, all the documented winning plans. Look through the videos, you'll see the BA plans. You'll see it for yourself. Every step of the way, what I did. Then ask yourself, who else has done something like that? And you won't find. They won't be posting on Twitter or on thing. There'll be a hidden group somewhere where someone's paying a lot of money to get the good advice. reality, right? To a small select things, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. You won't find it out there because no one's going to do it like this to this level of this high consistency level win rate. Not possible, not found. I know this because I see what's out there. I know. I laugh at what I see. I laugh at these people. They say this, that, and they can't even catch the plans. What good is it you make a plan, you can't catch it? There's a guy who talks about options. He doesn't go into his own plans. He missed the BA plan, for example. Not me, but he did. Because they're trying to catch everything, trying to show off. No, it's about catching the gains. You gotta focus. You can't be showing off. You gotta focus on the gains. I show off the winning plans. That's all I do. But we're focused. We're working. We're sweating. We're studying. You think every night I spend time with my group. Every night on the market, I'm looking at the market 7 days a week. 7 days a week, studying, making plans, assessing, thinking. 7 days a week. That's what you got to do if you want to succeed in the market. You get paid. You know the market pays you unlimited amounts of money for using this. This. You get paid not by how much you saw work, how much you use this. And again, when you're healthier, your mind thinks better and clearer, you make better decisions. Understand, people? No, I don't use BB bands for graphs. No. It's totally unique what I do. Totally unique. Something called the visionary lines I look at. And it's not here on this chart. That is something I developed, and it takes a lot of study to understand. I work with group. I mean, even if someone's studying it for years, still won't be able to do what I do exactly. But they learn, they understand it. It's just a matter of how. I mean, it depends on the person, really. There are a few people who know exactly what I'm doing, but there's so much study involved that we do. They're a guide. They only help the process. They're not everything. I use a lot of tools, but I don't use Bollinger Bands. That doesn't tell you how to make how to Bollinger Bands don't tell you how to make gains in BA. You know how to that's a different thing. I also use candlesticks. I know how to read the candlesticks differently than a lot of people. There's a lot of tools I use. Cold dip. It's not one method. You understand? It's a multitude of methods. Like I do use this indicator too, by the way, but for very different reasons, very unique reasons. It's not not because it says one thing, but it's that it has its uses if you know how to use it. But it's not the only thing I use. I use so many things. I'm just saying that I do look at the oscillator sometimes to help me first to make a decision, to get some statistical measurement. I use it that way. But I use a lot of tools, right? I mean, even these lines, I look at these, I look at this, but I call these irregular charts, and then I look at visionary lines, and then I do my scans, and then it's a lot of process I do, but I do it so quickly because when you do this year after year after year after year after year, I do it so quickly. It sounds complicated, but it's because you get better as you work and you streamline things. But I scan and see and identify very quickly, and I get a feel of the market too. The scans that I do are like indicators too. My scans, I look at, okay, how many are doing, the scans, it's a big process called up. It's not one thing. That's my point. But could you use it if you want to use it? To be honest, it's not. It wouldn't help you make 300% gains in BA. Like, take a look at my video and ask yourself, did the BB help me make 300% gains? That's just one tool, the indicator, right? But it's not the indicators. It's how you use all your tools. It's like, I'll give you an example. It's like chemistry, You have figure out a problem, and you have to figure out what formulas do you use to solve the equation. You understand what I'm saying? You have to figure out, I don't know if it's a physics or chemistry. You have to, so even when you had a test, you can even bring a cheat card with all your formulas, because you still have to figure out which formulas do you use to solve that question. Think of it like that. So I use it, which do I need to solve my issue when I see this, that, something like that. But then I do this very, very quickly. I know what formula to use. I say I'm going to use this, for example, right? That's why there's so many indicators out there, but you know what? They're mostly useless. They're mostly useless indicators. I don't go by just indicator. It's way more than that. It's price pattern, price action, candlesticks, indicators, volume, the history. You know, it sounds like but I do it so quickly. Like there's a lot of work that goes behind it, which would baffle most people. But I do it very fast because I've been doing this for scanning the markets. Not as more fine tuned, but we're talking about with different methods of scanning. Anyways, I came up with some of these ideas. Still, a lot of those ideas. We're talking about you start doing stuff like that every day for 10, 15 years, and then without fail, you heard me every year. And you think the guys out there say they want to go up against me plan for plan? I will wipe them out. Wipe them out. They can't do it. They won't be able to be as successful. They can't beat me. But that's why I can help people. I'm saying that's what goes into all those plans. A lot of experience, people. Have a good night, people. Have a good night. Good question, man. Did I go into this a little longer? I love talking, people. That's my problem. I get into this and I overdo it. Have a good night, people.